going on, D4?
What's up, Brett?
Waiting on Trenches here to join the stream. I don't know what he's doing. I sent you the same link I sent him, so can't expect too much out of him, right?
Right.
So I guess while we're waiting here, we're gonna get a few more people in. What's up, Jeremiah? Obviously, I can get my spray to work. There we go. Can you message him and tell him to join the stream?
Yeah.
What is he? Or send him the link I sent you, man. This a learning curve every week, man. What's going on, Sarah? Good morning, everybody. Sure you guys saw the videos that I put out this morning. I made those last night. Trying to get my camera set up here. We're gonna give everybody a few minutes to jump on here as we normally do. We're doing today. We're gonna do some omelets. I'm also going to do some turkey sausage because I got to watch out for some of that sausage stuff. And we're also gonna do some toast on the grill. So it's gonna have a good morning. Look, did he figure out? He figured it out.
I like how the first thing I hear is you talking about me.
What?
I like how the first thing I hear is you talking about me.
I can't hear you. What'd you say? There we go.
Oh.
There you go.
This is how it starts.
All right, guys. What's up, Rattlehead? I ain't seen you in here in a while, man. How you been?
I told him he better show up this morning to support your boy.
Is that what it is? You better tell him. You better tell him. So Brian Kearney says, "Big Dog, good to see the growth of the channel, man." Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Watch it disappear. Y'all can't judge my don't judge my cooking setup. My wife this morning, she's like, "We got to go check out this yard sale. They got all these kids' clothes." And I said, "Yes, ma'am." So that's what we went and did this morning. So without further ado, I want to welcome D4 Sports to the Breakfast Breakdown. How you doing this morning, sir?
Man, I'm great. I'm excited. A full slate. I got 5 TVs and screens ready to go. Gonna be watching it all day. It's the only thing I'm doing today.
There you go. That's what's up. So we done been out this morning. We left the house probably around about 10 minutes to 8. Went out and picked up some Halloween stuff for the kiddos. You know how it is. Do me a favor there, Trenches. Let me know when new people jump in the stream so I can talk to them.
Yeah, okay. Alabama Roll Tide said, "What you doing?"
What's up, buddy?
Brett's making breakfast. Me and D4 are here sitting here talking. Texas Rock says the Arkansas State Capitol burning down this morning.
That ain't the only thing that's gonna get burnt down today. In Arkansas.
It's gonna be your SEC welcome, huh?
Woo! So, if one of you gentlemen has a schedule pulled up for what games you're going to play today, we can certainly go over that.
You want just the top 25 or?
Yeah, let's go over the top 25 and any games that you guys may find interesting.
Okay. So
I got my omelet going here. And I like to mix in this Colby Jack cheese. This is a private selection specialty blend from the local Walt Mark Corporation. They make some good stuff. Y'all should go check them out. They probably got one near you.
All right. Well, first game, we got a 12 o'clock game, number 12, Oregon at number 3, Ohio State.
That's a good game.
I think that's going to be a really good game. I kind of already gave my prediction on that, but I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts.
I think Ohio State, especially if Kayvon Thibodeau is not available to go with his ankle injury, that takes a big piece. I think they have a starting corner out too, if I'm not mistaken. So if those two aren't able to go, that's a big hit to that Oregon defense. And, you get better from first game to the second game. And CJ Stroud has all the weapons in the world around him, and I look for Ohio State to cruise in this one.
It's not bad. Honestly, man, both of them are pretty underwhelming week one. Let's be honest. I'm gonna take the upset, man. I'm taking Oregon in this game. Just for this game to me is a coin toss because both of them look terrible week one. So who knows what's gonna happen week two? I'm hoping Oregon kind of pulls it off just to be something different to see, honestly. So I'm gonna go with the Ducks on this one.
Okay. I'm going to go with Ohio State. For those of you who haven't seen the video I put out earlier, I'm going to go with Ohio State. I think that C.J. Stroud is just, while he may not have shown out last week, I have to contribute a lot of that to just kind of being week one, fresh at the helm, new to running the whole show. And I really think that, this, especially this being a home game for Ohio State, this is going to be a lot of trouble for Ohio State. For Oregon. Oregon, in my opinion, doesn't. Well, it's not my opinion. They don't have a good track record against Ohio State. Ohio State has had this game circled for as long as Georgia's had Clemson circled because it's basically their only signature game, I think, outside of their conference that they're going to play in the regular season. So to me, I think that if you look back, you might be able to say that they might even have been looking past their week one to look at week two, and that might be why they struggled. I'm going to take Ohio State, and I'm going to take Ohio State by 2 touchdowns.
Okay. Real quick, before we go to the next game, just jumping in on the comments section. Alabama Roll Tide says UJ is going to win 55-7. I think that's kind of disrespectful to that defense, but that's fine. Nate the Great, what is up, buddy?
What's going on, Nate the Great?
And then Texas Rock says damage estimates in the tens of dollars.
Oh yeah, he said up there there was nothing left but axles on the state capitol.
Elite GB says morning. DGD.
Morning.
What's going on? Ohio Jeremiah YT says Ohio State going to win by 30. All right.
I don't know. I think that it still may take C.J. Stroud a little while to get his feet under him to kind of get a little bit of confidence. But I think after he does, it's going to be lights out.
What's the next game there, D4?
Well, I'm going to skip past the Auburn, Alabama State games like that. Let's go number 5, Texas A&M at Colorado.
I think that game's a lot more interesting than people think. I mean, Colorado's not a bad team.
I agree. Actually, on my show, I had this as an upset pick.
Really?
With Haynes King, with the mistakes that he made, throwing 3 interceptions against a nobody. I think Jarek Broussard for Colorado is one of the top running backs in the nation. And that Texas A&M defense is not what it was last year. So I have that as an upset. I may be completely wrong on that, but that's my upset pick of the week.
I got
you.
You
Wrong.
Yeah, I think you're wrong on this one. But I do think Colorado gives them a hell of a fight. I don't think it's going to be a blowout at all. I think Haynes King's going to come back looking better, but you're right. That defense got a lot of problems to fix. Mm-hmm. And Colorado does have a monster running back. I think it's going to be a good game, but I think Texas A&M gets it done by 2 touchdowns at least.
So here's my thoughts and prayers on that. You're both wrong. Well, sort of. I think this is the way it's going to go. I think that you're going to see that all Texas A&M is going to do is they're going to sell out to stop the run. You stop their running back, their game is over. That quarterback can't beat him with an arm. He's just not. He's not that kind of quarterback. I think that even though the defensive line for Texas A&M may not be what it was last year, I think it's going to be more than enough to stop one running back. I don't think that they have the game plan to be able to do the dink and dunk, and they don't have the talent to do the dink and dunk in the short game to hurt Texas A&M. And I think their Texas A&M's cornerbacks are more than enough to keep up with that pass game. I think it starts out close. Maybe by the half it'll be 1 score. By the time we get to the end of the game, Texas A&M will be walking away with it.
All right. Real quick in the comment section, what's going on here? Nate the Great says, I think UAB will give a competition with UGA. Nate, we're not Michigan. We don't play one good game and then fold. Let's see. Texas rocks. I got OSU by 3 touchdowns over Oregon. That's bold.
I can see that. I could absolutely see that because Oregon is not a fourth quarter magic team. They're not.
Yeah.
When they get down early, they're typically done.
James Burke says, I love y'all's channels, especially Big Dog Brett and Trenches. Y'all's get me hype when y'all talk good about my dogs. I appreciate it, man, but definitely check out D4. If y'all ain't watching AAA, you're crazy.
Hey, D4's got a lot of great content. He certainly puts out a lot more content than most YouTube creators. I've had people tell me before I don't put out enough content. My reason for not putting out more content than I put out is pretty simple. If I ain't feeling in the mood to do it, I don't make myself do it. D4's got a heck of a work ethic. So if you guys want to go over there and check him out, they always have a good time there.
Appreciate that.
Texas Rock says Aggie has no QB, but hell, we blew out Colorado with a backup quarterback. That's true. Nate wants to know if he can have some breakfast, Brett.
Yes, sir. Come on down. Listen here.
Michael Porter, what's up, buddy?
Some of these butter balls. Turkey breakfast sausage links. 50% less fat. Now,
Dwayne RTR, what's going on, man? Michael Porter wants to know what's for breakfast.
What's that?
Michael Porter wants to know what's for breakfast.
We're doing cheese omelets, turkey sausage, and grilled toast.
There you go. All right, D4, you ready for the next game, buddy?
Yes, sir. Number 10, Iowa at number 9, Iowa State.
Here we go. Here we go.
I know who I'm taking Iowa. I don't even. Is there any word on Charlie Kohler yet? Is he playing? Is he not playing? What's the deal with him?
Let me see. Let me see if there's any news on that real quick.
But Iowa looked impressive. They look like they could definitely make a run for that conference. Iowa State looked like they definitely took a huge step back. I'm going to take Iowa in this game.
All right, D4, what you got?
I'm taking Iowa State. I think they rebound from a subpar performance against Northern Iowa. Even though Iowa did look very impressive versus Indiana, I think the experience and with everything that Iowa State has in Breece Hall, Brock Purdy, Xavier Hutchinson, all those guys, I think they get it done versus Iowa for the first time in 9 years. Matt Campbell's never beat Iowa.
And it ain't starting today. Hey, y'all go ahead and get some of that. Look at that cheese run out of that omelet. Look at that cheese. You know you want some of that. Woo!
All right, so 2 Iowas, 1 Iowa State. Did you find anything on Kohler yet, D4?
Hold on one second.
I appreciate it, Michael Porter. Yeah, I got this, I think, Academy, to be honest with you.
They said that he is probable.
He's probable, okay. Alabama Roll Tide said UCLA looks good. Maybe, or maybe LSU just looks that bad.
That's certainly possible. We are talking about
Everlasting Chaos says looks like Kirby's back to the old QB hokey pokey. I mean, it's an injury, man. I don't know what you got. You can't do nothing about it.
Oh, look what Michael Corson said.
Michael Cord just came across that Stetson will get the starting as UAB. WTF. Kirby is going to run all over the quarterbacks off. Stetson must have something on Kirby. I don't know, man. I don't think that's true. I don't think he's starting.
He's already announced that Carson Beck is going to start.
Yeah. Dwayne RTR says Dawg's defense is lit. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's one of the best defensive performance I've ever seen.
I think they got the number 1 defense in the nation.
Yeah, me too.
I think so, and I think it ain't even close.
And Clemson's probably second.
Yeah, right.
I would have to agree. However, they were also playing against a hobbled quarterback. I went back and watched every pass in that game, and there's only 2 passes in there where he actually turns his core to throw it. There's only 2. So although the rest of that stuff was all arm throws, just straight arm, no body, that's why I didn't go far.
Right.
So
I'm going to tell you right now, though.
I'm a little – what's that?
No, go ahead.
I think that what they did was they basically said we're going to play JT Daniels so that Clemson doesn't know that we're hurt and try to get super aggressive against Carson Beck, a true freshman. I think that's why Carson Beck didn't play that game. It's a huge game, and I don't blame him. I think that the game plan was we're going to play short game. We're going to trust the defense because we don't want them to know that we didn't want them to know walking into that game we were already bleeding.
Right.
Well, when I was going back and I made the highlight video of that game, I couldn't believe that they didn't take a deep shot to Jermaine Burton.
Yeah, there were several times the deep guy was open, several.
And that makes sense now, knowing that he was hurt.
Yeah.
He had the strength to throw it.
Yeah, so
But no, I'm gonna tell you right now, if Stetson Bennett drops on to start the game, Kirby's gonna hear a lot of stuff from a lot of Georgia people, including the fans.
Oh yeah. Now, don't get me wrong; it wouldn't surprise me to see Stetson come in at some point, but he probably won't be in but for a play or two.
Me personally, man, I would love to see. Okay, Carson, you're getting first half. Brock, you're getting second. Let both kids get some playing time.
Oh, I agree with that, but they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that.
Stetson Bennett would start for Aggies, probably. Right now, who knows, man? There's a lot of teams Stetson probably would start for, joking or not. You don't think after the performance Emory Jones and the other boy had that they wouldn't take Stetson?
Oh yeah, they put him in Florida. He'd started any SEC school in the East not named Georgia.
Yep. What's the next game on the docket, D4?
we got number 15 Texas at Arkansas.
Yes, what a game.
Man.
Next.
Don't you do it like that. You want to go first, D4? This is your boys.
Okay. KJ Jefferson is not going to be able to get it done against that defense. Our defense is a lot better than people gave us credit for. With a mobile quarterback like Arkansas or like Louisiana had in Lewis, KJ Jefferson's the same type of quarterback. Actually, I think Lewis is better, and I think Louisiana would beat Arkansas.
Yeah.
So I think Bijan. I seen where they may be playing both quarterbacks today in Hudson Card and Casey Thompson. So Hudson breaking in a redshirt freshman. You can tell it was the offense was kind of manila last week, but Bijan Robinson is absolutely one of the top 3 best backs in the country.
Right.
And you feed that man, and things are going to happen. He's in the pass game. He's in the run game. They find different ways to get him the ball, and I think that our receivers are going to step up, and you're going to see I'm going to go 2 scores, Texas.
All right. Look, man, this game's going to be a lot closer than you think, man. Arkansas is no longer just the push and shove SEC West team. Like they're a legit team at this point. Not world beater, but they're still there. I give it to Texas by 3. I think this game's going to be a close one.
Listen, I'll take Texas by 1. I don't care.
That's how I feel about it. I get it.
Listen, I'm so used to this team underwhelming each and every season since Colt McCoy left. So I would take anything starting 2-0. Like Texas Rock said, I think it's called a battered man syndrome.
All right,
Are
Texas
you
fans.
back again before?
All right, Texas fans, go get your security blanket. Because here we go. Nothing personal. Maybe a little bit personal. Try to kill my dog. I don't appreciate that. So yeah. I'm not picking Texas. I don't pick Texas for a number of reasons. Number one is if I have to hear Texas is back one more time, I'm gonna lose my damn mind, and I'm not even a Texas fan. Texas back. Texas back. Tried that last year. Tried that the year before. Tried that the year before. My God, it's starting to sound like Tennessee. Texas back. Y'all gonna be playing against a Sam Pittman offensive line, defensive line, everything Sam Pittman now. This first SEC team y'all playing this year? Yes.
Yeah.
Y'all begging to get in this league, man. I'm telling you right now. Y'all think y'all finna come out there and just walk all over Arkansas? Nope. It ain't gonna happen. What's gonna happen is Texas gonna run out there and they're gonna score about 10 points. And then they're gonna say, "We got this. This team ain't nobody." And then what you're gonna find out is that team's a hell of a lot tougher than you think. And they're gonna start wearing you down. Texas does not have a lot of depth. They don't.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, watching them play, I'm very, very curious as to how long that they think they're going to be able to run that ball against Sam Pittman. Now, Sam Pittman may not have that team firing on all cylinders yet, but I think they're about one quarterback away from being a real contender in the West. And that's primarily and 100% because of Sam Pittman. So, to me, no. Until I see something out of Texas, I can't pick them. I got to pick the SEC school.
All right, so we got 2 Texas, 1 Arkansas. Let me check back in on the go ahead.
I'm going to take Arkansas by 3.
Okay. And I took Texas by 3, so I mean, it's a decent pick. Let's see here. Dwayne RTR says, play Bennett. He's fun to watch. No.
Dwayne, go sit down.
Derek Stevens. What was that comment? He said, good morning from in Ohio State. He said that breakfast would be good. It'd be better if you were cooking ducks. Still looks good, though.
I'm going to cook some ducks. Where'd D4 go? He's over there cussing me out.
No, I'm good.
Chris Keena, I got UT, but I think Arkansas has got this. Sam Pittman has them running in the right direction. Go Dogs.
Keep in mind, this will only be the second year under Sam Pittman, full season.
Yeah. I don't think he's got his hogs yet.
No, but he's getting there. And let's be honest, we've seen Texas to lose the worst team. So
you ain't wrong. Like I said, I'm not completely 100% sold that we will dominate this game. I think it will be, like I said, 2 scores. Well, I'm thinking a touchdown and a field goal, 10. So,
do I think Texas has the capability to dominate this game? Yes, but the only reason they don't call it Texasing is because it just sounds weird. Otherwise, it would be just like Clemson.
So Slim Mosley says Beck is greater than Vandegrift. He should be after more years of experience.
I would hope so.
He also says Beck greater than Daniels? ? No.
Well, to be fair, we don't know. We really don't know. We don't have a way to know because we haven't seen him play in a full game. What I can tell you, though, is if Carson Beck is better than Daniels, nobody will be happier than I.
Right.
Because when you got
Alabama Roll Tide says UGA quarterback look good, you're a playoff team. I agree with that.
Yeah.
The offense starts clicking. I mean, that's a team to beat. What's up, Lee?
Well, honestly, if even if the quarterback play isn't that great, if Georgia's defense can hold every team in the nation to 3 points,
Found me.
you don't need much. But I don't foresee that happening.
No. What's next on the What's next on the docket, D4?
I think this is a very underrated game. Appalachian State at number 22, Miami. Miami's only a 7-point favorite in this game.
I'm taking App State.
So am I. I get it. Bama's a good team, but I also think it was a mixture of Miami just sucks. Give me App State.
I'd love it.
Same.
But
give me App State by 10.
by 10.
By 10.
All right. I'm going to take Miami. I love Cameron Peoples, the running back for Appalachian State. I have him on my college fantasy team, man. And but I think De'Aaron King, Will Mallory, and I think Bama's defense tries to get it together and rebound with Appalachian State.
I got you. But let's be honest too, D4. There's a certain Miami fan it'd be fun to rub in his face.
I would love it. Well, please let me be wrong.
All right. Miami does suck. Thank you, Stevens. No way we hold Alabama under 17 points. I agree with that. But if Slim, the only counter to that is if Georgia has all the players by the time we see Bama, how many points do you think Georgia could put up if we hold them to, let's say, 21? Can we get 28? I think we can.
If Georgia and Alabama play tomorrow, if you were to tell me they were going to play or play today, if you were going to tell me they were going to play today, I would say the first team to 30 points wins. That's what I would say. I'd
say we lose if we played today. We need weapons. We had no weapons, just redshirt freshmen on wide receivers.
I meant if we were full caliber.
Oh, full caliber? Give me my dog.
Man, I don't know if either team would make it to 30.
That's true, man. They both got some stout defenses.
That's two good defenses. Two, if JT's full caliber, Bryce Young's still young. I don't care if he come out and threw 4 touchdowns versus Miami. He's still a young quarterback. There's going to be a learning curve there somewhere. Man, that would be, how they call LSU and Alabama the game of the century. I think if both are full strength, that is one of those games that you could be talking about for a long time.
Oh yeah,
and I completely agree. I think maybe I didn't state it the way I wanted to state it. But what I should have said is that either team makes it to 30, that team wins.
Oh, yeah.
Let me also make a statement here, too. Let's not kid ourselves. If things go the way they should with Alabama and Georgia, they're playing each other twice. So, I mean, that's just –
I don't know. At this point, I got to be honest with you. If Alabama backdoors their way into another college football playoff, I'll probably lose my mind.
I get it, man, but if they're 11-1, the only loss being to Georgia in the SEC championship,
they will.
Can you name 3 other teams that deserve it more besides Georgia at that point?
I would put in Arkansas at that point, just so Alabama didn't play.
You can't put in a team that loses to Texas week 2.
I'm not going to. There's no worry there.
Alabama Roll Tide says UGA can win versus my team. You have one of the best Ds in the NCAA.
I wouldn't want to play them.
No.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Melissa? We're just talking some smack this morning. Don't take nothing too serious now.
Nah, it's all fun and games. Unless you're a Florida fan.
Yeah, in which case, then it's just well. So for those of you, I don't know if Celine's in the stream or not. I haven't seen him. So he put up a video the other day, and in his video he goes, "I don't want to see any of that." Hashtag keep Grantham. Any of them comments I'm going to delete immediately. So did you see what I put?
No.
I said, keep everything enthusiastic. Please get ready and think hard. Always mighty. That's what I put. That was the whole. So he responded. He was like, I never think too hard, just joking up. And I was like, the comment that I gave you was an initialism.
Oh, nice.
You know what initialism is, people?
Yeah.
That's when you take the first letter of every word and it makes another statement. So that ended up being keep Grantham.
Real Big Lee says hashtag Grantham lifetime contract.
I love it. Yes, sir.
Texas Rock says, Brett, you weren't worried about Texas in the Sugar Bowl either?
Of course not. Half our team didn't play.
We were too worried about UGA. We didn't care about that game.
That was a defining moment for UGA. Not necessarily because it was a loss, but because of the mentality of what happened with the team.
Yeah.
Right after that, if you notice in the bowl game since then, almost every single player plays and then right after, the day after, they start announcing that they're going into the NFL. So I think that in a way that was good for the program because it changed the culture inside for the better. So I mean, you can take the W if it'll improve my culture to make us a championship team. I'm fine with that.
Texas rocks. I'm not gonna make excuses. A win's a win in my book, but it happens.
There's a difference. There's a difference between giving an excuse and giving you facts.
Well, see,
just like in the Georgia game where we weren't offsides, but we got called offsides. That's not an excuse. That's a fact.
I think what made it sweeter as a Texas fan was seeing all the Georgia players talking on Twitter.
Yeah.
Back it up.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Texas Rock says Bevo set the tone for that game.
What was that, D4? I couldn't hear you.
You heard me.
Sucks, doesn't it? Oh, man. Any more games, D4?
We got the Holy War.
Okay.
Utah at BYU.
I really don't know anything about either one of those teams. So I can't say much on that. One game I do want to see what's going to happen is the Penn State game. I want to see what happens with that.
Let's see. It's Penn State and
I got to me one of the games of the week no one's talking about. If I want to talk about it.
What's that?
Kentucky, Missouri.
Oh yeah.
Missouri.
That's a damn good game. To me, that defines who's second in the East right now.
That's gonna be a fist fight for a little while, but I honestly don't know who's gonna win that game. I really don't.
I got Missouri. I think the Connor Bazelak show is going to happen. The experienced quarterback, both have decent defenses. I just think experience is going to win out for Missouri.
I'm going to take the Wildcats in this one, man, just to be different.
I'm not taking them to be different. I'm taking them because I think that I think Kentucky is a gritty football team. And it's been my experience that the culture at Missouri, once they start to fold, they just fold up like a lawn chair. I think they're going to have difficulty stopping that Kentucky offense. That Kentucky offense is going to move the ball. And I think it's not necessarily a difference in talent, but a difference in mindset that's going to make up this game. Kentucky is not going to give up. They're not. They have decided that they cannot play basketball anymore, so they're just going to transition to football.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
Nick's got a good point here. He said if Stetson Bennett starts, everyone in the stadium should get up and just leave. I agree. That would be the funniest thing. That's ESPN top 10. Do it. If that 13 trottles his 4 foot tall on the field, get out and leave.
That would be hilarious.
Oh my God. I'd take that in a heartbeat. Yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to that Kentucky Missouri game.
Another one I'm looking forward to is coming up here in about an hour and 15 minutes is Pitt and Tennessee.
Yes. We got some buddy up there watching that game. I think
we got
BVD's at the game, correct?
BVD and Carter, yeah.
Oh, and Carter, okay. Yeah, man. I'm gonna give it to Tennessee, man. I think they're gonna find a way to kind of neutralize the offense and maybe get their offense rolling a little bit, whether it's Milton or the other guy. They're gonna do something to at least get a couple points on the board. I think it's gonna be a low scoring game, but give me Tennessee by a 7.
My thing about that game is, everybody knows how much Tennessee lost in the transfer portal.
Yeah.
That Pittsburgh defensive line is very, very underrated. It's very, very dangerous. And the thing about it is Milton did not complete 50% of his passes versus Bowling Green.
Was it like 48% or something?
Yeah, something like that. And the one throwing touchdown he did have, he threw it up in double coverage, and his tight end just happened to come down with it.
That was not a skill-based throw.
No.
That's what I would call a 20-80 ball.
Yeah.
You got lucky, Now, don't get me wrong, you'll take it, but that's not what you want to see your quarterback throw.
No.
Like, there was a couple of times when I was watching Georgia Clemson where it looked like JT Daniels' accuracy was way off. Now we know why. But it was like, whoa. Don't do that. That's no.
Yeah, I remember all last year I never saw an overthrow. But literally, what was the third drive? He overthrew the dude by like 10 yards. I'm like, what's going on?
Well, not only that, I mean, some of that was hand fighting and jockeying for position, and he was supposed to be in a place that he wasn't. And I think that's just first game, getting stuff out of the way. But the ones that was concerning.
Uncle Lou just commented, Stetson Bennett, shake my head.
They better not be Stetson Bennett. They better not.
Hold on a second. Let me look this up real quick.
I have no doubt.
Good morning, buddy.
I have no doubt that Stetson Bennett can win the game, but my God, why would you play him? Why can't we see Carson Beck? There's no reason not to play Carson Beck.
You want to see Kirby must want to see Beck and Vandergrift transfer.
I guess. Why would you not play Beck? That's just straight up stupidity.
This can't be real.
This report says
the one 19 hours ago says Carson Beck likely starting.
This one 17 minutes ago says JT Daniels not expecting to start today against the Blazers, dealing with a core injury in his place. Stetson Bennett, proven backup, will be utilized, and Carson Beck will get some of the reps.
Why? Why? God, why?
Yeah.
I'm starting to believe this whole on-call coaching.
Why would you not let him play? Let him play. Hell, Clemson started basically a freshman against Georgia in week 1. Why?
Wow.
Great. Now we got to watch Vern Shorter try to throw the ball for 30 minutes.
Stetson Bennett is like foot fungus. Just when you think you're done with him, he pops back up again. And both of them stink.
Yep.
I don't know, man. I think we have to wait till kickoff to find out who's actually going to be playing.
That's not the only report. I mean, it's all these news sites are putting this out, man.
Oh, man. All right. A bunch of laughing faces. I get it. It's funny. Good God, it's getting old, though. It's going to be Carson Beck. I'm watching it on TV now. They're talking about both are playing today. But why not play Carson and Brock? Why is Stetson even talked about?
Because he has the most experience. That's why. That's what Kirby's looking at. Listen, will you guys start me if I go enroll at Georgia as a walk-on for 4 years as a quarterback? Can I do that?
No.
Can I start? Because I'm pretty sure I could do better.
Oh, yeah.
At what point does Brock go, you know what? Let me start looking at the transfer.
He already entered.
You got to think, this going on, Gunner's coming in next year. Brock might as well just pack his bags already.
Carson has worked his tail off for this job. Why does he not have it?
Don't sleep on Jackson Muschamp. I'd rather see him than Stetson. You know the honest truth? I'd rather see Muschamp. Simple AKG. I love Kirby. I know, man. I get it. He's funny. He's funny to make fun of.
The peanut butter hero nailed it. Here, let me put this on the screen for y'all. Experience doesn't mean much when you play in a high school. That's right. That's why you should let Carson Beck play so that he gets some experience because you don't need it in that game.
Let's be honest. Right. Y'all's defense could probably score enough to beat them.
I agree with that too. But this is an opportunity to give a backup quarterback, a highly talented, highly rated backup quarterback who's taller than 5'2", some real game experience to throw the freaking ball.
Here's the biggest problem. What happens if we lose JT for a serious game? Are you telling me Stetson's now our backup?
God, I hope not.
That's what you're saying with his game.
You're basically telling your entire fan base and team, if something happens to JT Daniels, this is my guy.
Something did happen to JT Daniels, and apparently that's their guy.
Yeah. I'm talking about if something that were to seriously happen to him. That you know what I mean?
We would be stuck. We would be stuck with him for the entire season.
Right.
This is what needs to happen. Somebody needs to call Stetson Bennett and tell him, hey, look, we need you to take one for the team. And by take one, we mean quit. Transfer.
Oh, man.
Why are you standing
I'm
around?
holding my breath at this shit, that it's not true. Like, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm praying that 13 doesn't touch the field. I agree with you, Texas Rocks. You have to get your next guy as much experience as possible. This is stupid. Absolutely.
Listen, we already know now.
That's the problem, too. It's not like we haven't seen Stetson and we're like, well, maybe he's good. We know what he does. That's the biggest issue.
He can't see over your offensive line.
No.
He can't. You know how many times he hit our own players in the back of the head? We had 3 guys out last season with concussions from being hit in the back of the head with football.
No.
Lyman out there walking around thinking Kirby's been smacking him in the back of the head with his hand. No, that was Stetson Bennett. I have never in my life seen a quarterback get on his tiptoes to look over the damn line till Stetson Bennett played.
I'm going to tell you right now, he can throw for 400 yards, and I still don't want to see him again.
We'll win the game. We'll win the game with him. I have no doubt. Even if all we have to do is hand it off, we'll win that game. But to me, we are missing a huge opportunity to get some playtime in for Carson Beck against a cupcake team. Let him start. Hey, by the way, let's say you put him in for a quarter and he's just terrible. Then go to Stetson Bennett. Let him play. We know what we're going to get. We're going to get a 7, maybe a 7.5 out of 10 for Stetson Bennett. We'll win the game with that. Stetson Bennett should transfer to any SEC school not named Georgia, Alabama, or LSU, maybe Texas A&M. He'll start at all those schools, including Florida. He'll start at all of them. He'll be named the starter.
Brett, you were there with me at the G-Day game. Stetson was 4th string. What changed from then to now?
I don't know. Because I can tell you.
Kirby said he didn't need no reps. He was ready to go.
This little sucker's Heisman worthy.
Now, let's be fair. Last season, Stetson came out and looked really good. He did for a while. And then the game where he fell apart, he completely fell apart. What's up, buddy?
I wonder how many fingers Todd Monken gave Kirby.
Sissy. What's that?
I said, I wonder how many fingers Todd Monken just gave Kirby this morning.
Just 2.
Well, this one's saying Beck.
It's saying what? Most of mine were saying Beck, but the fact that the newer ones are saying Stetson kind of concerns me. I wish people did some research. I've not seen anything saying Bennett will start. I haven't either, but Salty Dog, D4's finding it all online, and people have been coming in here just like crazy.
James Burke says he'll take Emory Jones over Stetson
You
Bennett.
out your mind.
That's only because you're a Florida fan and y'all don't know any better. That's all. That's all.
You'd rather have a second running back than a quarterback? That makes no sense.
Okay, ESPN just said Carson Beck.
There we go. That's all I need to hear.
9:20.
God, I hope so. Uncle Luda come in here and just trolled us with about 2 sentences and got us all fired up.
And then he jetted. You saw that?
Yeah, he left.
We'll see what happens, guys. Y'all be trolling. Man, I hope it's a troll.
I hope it's troll. I hope I got trolled.
Like I said, G-Day game, the kid barely took the field.
I don't get to say that often. I hope I got trolled.
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord.
Trayon Harris beat y'all though. All right.
Who?
Trayon Harris,
Never
Florida
heard of
fantasy had facts.
So help me
Any
out
more
then.
big games? Huh?
So is they talking about how Florida beat Georgia last year?
Yeah,
Is that
I'm guessing.
how'd that work out for y'all when you got to Atlanta? I guess it didn't matter. Oh, by the way, y'all actually ended the season with more losses than Georgia did, if I recall.
And if Georgia would have
Matter of
actually
fact-
played Vanderbilt, we'd have tied y'all for the East.
Yes, sir. And on top of that, y'all ended the season with twice as many losses as Georgia had.
Did UGA get there? Oh, did UGA get there? Yeah, every other year.
Hey, simply AKG. Just to be fair, everybody on this channel right now knows Georgia fan or Florida fan. If you could just swap the logos and you have all the players Georgia has and the coaches Georgia has, you take that over what you got. And if you don't agree with that, then you're fooling yourself. Because if you ask me right now, if I could trade what Georgia has for what Alabama has, I'd go maybe. What's
Can
up,
we keep
buddy?
our defense? That's all
That
that.
big time was mine. There's two
He
that
said, "No, I'm good. You lying." All right. Maybe Dan will dress up and move her person.
You
for
gave
his
her the
Halloween.
one with
Maybe.
sausage. That's fine.
No, there's still two.
There's another one, Calvino. I'm getting reports this morning that Stetson's starting. We've been over this, Calvino.
Yeah, we'll see. We're just gonna have to wait and see because there's conflicting reports on that. What's up,
What's
Husker
up, Husker
Gray?
Gray? Any more big games, D4? Is that it?
There's the Michigan and Washington game.
Michigan by 7.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Michigan too, but we know how Michigan does. They'll slowly get worse.
Yeah, I think losing Montana State last week pretty much signed, sealed, and delivered Washington's season.
Yep.
You just can't get dominated by an FCS school like that and expect to compete.
And especially now, Michigan. People give Michigan a lot of smack. They give them a lot of sand, but it's actually not a bad ball club. It's really not. They got some talent out there. I just think they need some better coaching.
They win 9-10 games a year. You know, I wish Texas could say that we won 9-10 games a year every year. You know what I mean?
We know. We hear from the Texan fans. There's some not just rocks and Texas rocks. I think both of those guys are Texas fans. One of those guys was overseas. I don't know if he's back home yet or not, but they would say the same thing. It's time for Texas to reemerge. The question is if y'all don't have, I would say if y'all don't have a 10-win season this year, that is a huge letdown.
Yeah.
Huge letdown.
With
Go
ahead.
With the strength of schedule you guys have, the only real team you guys are going to play is going to be Oklahoma, and they look to be struggling. So you probably take your loss at Arkansas today, and then you'll probably take a loss at Oklahoma, and then you should win the rest.
Maybe TCU.
Iowa State.
Nah, they always smack TCU around for like the first quarter. Hold on. They always smack them around for the first quarter, and then it's a fist fight. And then they'll get to like triple overtime and TCU will win it.
or Keontae Ingram will fumble on the 1-yard line when we're going in to win.
That sounds like some Georgia luck right there.
Let's see here. Y'all think Beck's going to throw the ball for 200-plus yards? I'm giving him 300. If that kid gets to start and gets to play the whole game, let him get his experience. Monk is going to have this kid throwing like crazy. Kears Jackson's back. Blaylock, I think, is back this week. Let him play.
No, I don't think that at all. I think they're going to go in there with the Jake Fromm playbook.
Slant route and the ball.
Yeah, 125 yards, 150 yards.
I'm just hoping Monken makes a statement. Go, okay, if JT goes down, we got this guy too. So the whole world needs to be on notice.
I wonder if that's why we're getting conflicting reports between Stetson and Carson, because one person is saying, Kirby's telling people Stetson and Tom Monk is telling people Carson Beck.
Chris Keenan, that could be the case. It could be a run game. Very well could.
I think y'all should just take your 4 running backs and give them 20 carries apiece.
But I tell you what, somebody who's going to get a lot of work today is I think Bowers.
Right.
I think Bowers.
He looked good.
I'm going to say Burton comes alive this week.
He looked very sure-handed. Like when you threw the ball to him, it was not a doubt that he was going to catch it. Like every time he threw the ball to Bowers, it was like Velcro. We're good. I'm like, nice catch, dude. In traffic too. In traffic.
I'd like to see that. I'd love to see Carson Beck doing RPO.
Oh man, what was that game I watched? I wanted to talk about this. My goodness, I can't even remember. But it was like an ejection. There was like an ejection for targeting every other play. What game was that?
Oh, Ole Miss, Louisville.
Ole Miss. What were they doing, man? You would think after the third ejection that you would recognize the refs are going to be looking for this. You got to just wrap up. Now, granted, there are tackles where you can't help it. It happens. It's not intentional. But these guys were doing it on purpose. Like, they look like the silly salmon with the head down slamming into people. And I'm like, dude, you can't do that.
No.
Man, it's crazy. All right, guys. Well, we run up here about an hour. It's 11 o'clock. Started a little bit late, but I had to get the food prep. So I'm going to go have some breakfast because it's getting cold. And we'll see you guys here. Give you an hour to shut down. We're going to have some fan reaction stuff during the day. What's up, Trenches?
I was going to say real quick, too, Sunday at 10, me and D4, we got a call-in show over on D4's channel.
There you go. Y'all hit them up on that. So go check out Between the Trenches. Go check out D4. By the way, I won't say celebrate today, but today is the memorial of 9/11 for those who weren't around. This was a time and moment in our country where a lot of people really kind of had their values put in perspective for them. And I think that America has gotten away from that closeness and camaraderie that we used to have because of that. That was a positive that came out of that. But today, please remember all of the people that we lost on 9/11. We have a business here in town. They actually have a flag painted on a giant wall. I would probably say it's 9 foot by about 12 foot. This flag, and all of the colors are the names of all of the people that passed away. And that's been on their wall ever since. So just keep those people and their family in mind. Those families are still dealing with the loss of those family members. There's firefighters that did live through that. There's ground zero people that lived through that still have issues from that. So keep all those people in your thoughts and prayers today. Just be thankful we live in a free country, and we have the kind of volunteers to go and do those things to try and help us in our times of needs. The contributions of those family members that their sacrificed family members made to the culture and the fabric of American freedom is invaluable. It's priceless. And so those family members that they lost and those that we don't even know were impacted by this are always going to be part of American history and American culture. And just want to say thank you and much prayers to all of those involved. So,
absolutely.
Yes,
all right, guys, that's all I have. You guys have anything else?
Thank you for having us. We'll see you later.
You guys do me a favor when you get a chance, share this on Twitter. Go look me up, UGA Big Dog Brett. Between the Trenches is on there too, and I'm sure D4 Sports is on there. We look forward to seeing you guys on Twitter. Have a great day. God bless. Go Dogs.